All right, so welcome everyone to Crypto SAFUU, and tonight is all about our class section and giveaway. The way we do it, we take our class, and at the end of the class section, we move straight ahead into our giveaway section. The topic for tonight is type of scams and how to avoid them. So before I proceed, I would like to ask if anyone of us have been scammed before. Please, if you've been scammed before, you can unmute your mic and allow you speak on that. So if you've been scammed before, maybe when it comes to crypto, when it comes to any platform that you used before, please, you can unmute your mic, drop that experience for us, and let us see if it's part of what we are about to discuss tonight. Okay, so I'm actually not seeing anyone muting their mic, so we can move ahead and go straight to the type of scams that we might have heard of and we might have experienced. So number one is, we all know about decentralized finance, and we know that mostly when DeFi application came into existence, there used to be a lot of funds being pulled. There's a lot of funds that are usually on all these projects. So it brings an attention to bad actors, whereby they come in to play their own game of scamming people in all these DeFi application projects. And Shelby, do you want to drop something for us?
No.
I'll mute you for some while. Yeah. Okay, so just for us to have a clean record, I'm gonna be unmuting you now, so you can mute your mic personally from here. All right, good. So this is something like we've all come across. Number one is this popular scam called rug pulling. So rug pulling is a very popular scam that we all know or might have heard about. So when it comes to rug pulling, what do we know? When it comes to rug pulling, what is rug pull itself? So rug pull is just simple. It is whereby the project itself or the team of a token, they try to remove liquidity from a project. And once liquidity is removed from a project, you can't actually exchange that particular token on the market again, because there is no funds in the pool which is going to give you a value for the token you are holding. So now when we see this type of scam, this is one of the most dangerous scam, because when funds is removed from a project, it tends to kill or end the project actually, and whoever might have invested in the project, it tends to actually make their worth or whatever investment they've made to be zero. So in this case, what are the things that we need to check for when it comes to rug pull project? Sorry, we've discussed this before and it is not bad talking about it again. So the thing that we need to check on all these type of projects is we have to check on if the project is having their liquidity locked. It is very important, because when a project locks their liquidity, it gives you a sense of reasoning that, okay, no matter what is going to happen, my token is not going to, or my investment might not get rug pulled or have to be in a situation whereby it's worth actually completely $0. So in that case, checking liquidity log of a token is just like one aspect of it. There's still a lot of things to check on that, but to manage the time we have, we'll just stop there. So Another thing to check when it comes to DeFi project is honeypot. You have to understand what honeypot means, and you have to also know how to avoid honeypot scam. Honeypot scam is also similar to rug pulling, but in this sense, the project owner or the developers, they've designed the token smart contract to allow you to be able to buy the token, but you will not be able to sell. That is why in some situation you will get to see that some people start telling you that don't interact with this project, don't try to buy or sell your token. Why? It is because there is honeypot in the smart contract, which is going to allow you to buy only, but you will not be able to sell. So if you check your wallet, you might see some token, they have value, but you are unable to sell. Why? Because it is actually something that have been implemented in the smart contract which does not allow you to sell. So now it is very easy to avoid this type of scam. And how can you do that? Just try to check the smart contracts and the transactions that are being performed on the smart contract. So if you check it, that is not just all. You have to now investigate the project and verify that hope in this project there is no external connected smart contract on it. Okay, tonight this is what we'll do. I don't want to just be explaining without us having like a visual what was it called, a visual presentation on this. So let me see if I can start sharing my screen right now and allow us to look at what we are talking about. So so far so good. We've been using these Dex tools for mostly our presentation. So I'm going to try to also bring this screen on. And the last time also, I think we checked on some projects that were rug pulling. So it is because in crypto, almost regularly, will I say regularly or maybe in seconds, there's always a rug pull project. So because it is just the way the crypto market is. The way some of us are putting effort into making money, the same way scammers are also putting effort into scamming people. So it all depends on how well we can make sure that we don't get scammed when it comes to crypto and the space in general. So yeah, let's move on. Like what we said is you have to check if the project is not a rug pull project. Like it is very simple for me to find a rug pull project here. Let me go to, this is Dex Tools, and let me go to Live New PS. So I can actually easily get to know if a project is rug pulled or find a rug pull project here. How can I see that? One of the chain that, okay, yeah, like for example, you can see this project that is having minus 100. Okay, yeah, it is even telling us that it has been rug pulled. In how many minutes? The project just launched in about 25 minutes and the rug pulled. Wow, that's serious. So they actually just try to perform like 1,004 volume transactions and they rug pulled. So yeah, anyone who have fallen victim on this type of project might actually have not done enough research. Like what we were talking about, we talk about you trying to come here, check if the liquidity is locked. This is how you can check if the liquidity of a token is locked. So right now, there is no detection if the liquidity of this project is being locked. So it is something of concern and you have to actually run away from this project. And we talk about honeypot. Honeypot is all about, is all about a project is similar to Robo, like I've said, but the project will allow you to buy. Like right now, you can see buy, but you will not be able to sell. Now, there is a condition to it. Some people might be able to sell and you are not able to sell. So don't think that because you come to the smart contract and you see buy, and you can actually see that some people are selling, it gives you an assurance for you to enter the project and also uh, invest on the project. You have to be extremely careful. That is why we are talking about you making sure that you check the smart contract and you make sure that there is no external connected process. Like, this is how to do it. Just come here. If you want to check if there's external connected process, click on check audit. Then you come here. If there is external connected process, this is going to tell us. So, like right now, there is no external external connected process on. This is it. So if there's a process contact on this particular project, it will tell us here. So it is very, very important for us to check everything. You can see that this is a good contract, but it is being deployed by scammers, because when you come here, it tells you that everything is green, no alert. You feel like, okay, I can invest, but you don't know the plan of the project owner. So they have actually rug pulled this project that we are seeing right here. It has been rug pulled because you can see that the whole total amount that was invested into the project have been sold out within some minutes. So this is a rug pull project. So anyone coming into the project to invest, it is actually at his own risk. So without wasting too much of our time, let's move on to dusting. There is also a dusting a dusting scam. What is dusting? And how do Starbossy, do you have something to tell us? Please go ahead.
Sorry, that was a mistake. Sorry.
All right. So you can help us to mute. Thank you so much. So let's move ahead to dusting. So dusting is simple. Dusting is something that a lot of people have been talking about, but we don't know the name of that particular scam. So dusting is simple. Dusting are just like airdrops, but they are now malicious airdrop. This type of airdrop, they act like virus, Trojan virus, whereby once you approve that particular token on your wallet, what happens is that the scammers, they are going to have access to your funds. That is why before you click on transaction approval, please try to, if you can double check, it is fine, but if you can triple check, it is even better. So when it comes to dusting, the project can present themselves to be a real project because a lot of people in our own demographic area like to participate in airdrop. It is not a bad thing, but there are scams happening in airdrop. So you have to look out for dusting scam because when this is done, you don't know. Sometimes it doesn't really happen immediately. They allow you to approve the transaction in your wallet, and when it happens, they have access to your funds. It is just like a very simple process. They can withdraw anything they want to, any of your token, any of your holdings, they can withdraw it. So what is the way, how do you avoid it? It is very simple. Just try to triple check on any token approval that you are trying to do on your wallet. Don't forget that the safety of your wallet still remain in your control, and no one can do that better except you take more diligence on how you interact with projects and how you take security. It depends on how you take security serious. So if you know that you have a lot of funds in your wallet, please do yourself a favor, because not to just interact with any project, any token, or probably just move that funds away to a wallet that you don't interact with at all. So yeah, The next thing is what we know as address poisoning. There is also address poisoning. What is address poisoning? I mean, tonight we just need to make it brief. I'm not. I think there's a lot of scams that we have to discuss, but I'll just make it brief. We are just going to be treating five of this scam, and on our next class we try to treat the rest. Because we still have some soft scam that they are soft scam, but at the end of the day, it is worth trying to check as well. So we have address poisoning. What are address poisoning? These are like some type of transactions that they are transactions that are misleading. Like for example, you intended to sell your token. And you know that normally, if you want to sell your token, what you have to do is to perform an exchange. So now, someone is telling you that there is an exchange whereby the charges lower amounts, and that is the reason why you are not going on to either Pancake Swap or Uniswap to um, make your exchange. So on getting there, what they are going to do is that uh, they are going to. Okay, sorry. I've actually missed it up. Sorry, address poisoning happens in like this approach. Sorry, I've missed it up. Address poisoning happening in, like, for example, your wallet is starting with OXBE, and at the end of the end of your wallet is also ending with maybe 1234. That's just for an example. So what is going to happen is, when it comes to address poisoning, is that there is possibility for someone to create a similar address, which is also starting with that your first four letter and is also ending with maybe first four or first five of your letter. And we all know that how we when we want to make a transaction, when it comes to sending of transaction, you can't actually cram the whole 12 or 14 wallet address 14 variables on the wallet address. So what we have to do is quickly glance through it, check the first four and maybe the last five. Then we feel like, okay, that's the correct address. So when it comes to address poisoning, someone will actually send you similar address that looks like an address you've sent or you've transferred money into. And when you don't carefully check that, you can feel like probably your transaction is actually going to the right address. So that is the meaning of address poisoning. So on address poisoning, like how will I say it? So this is how they do it. Like you've been sending, they've actually, the scammers, they've checked your transaction on the blockchain and they notice that you always send money to another wallet, which is more frequent. And probably that wallet is like a wallet whereby you send money into for exchange. Probably you want to exchange your money into Naira or something. So once that is stored on your address, what they do is they can do a transaction back to your wallet, maybe multiple times, like sending maybe $0 to your wallet. And it is of what will I say? Most of the time, some people don't really when you have been sending money to an address often, you might just want to just check your transaction history to copy the address and then send the fund back to make a transaction. So if you are not careful enough, the scammer can get us or anyone, because anyone is liable to being scammed. So the scammer can get anyone who is not being careful enough to have double check on a transaction. So it can actually come in different forms. So the main idea is when we see that an address looks similar to the one we've been interacting with, then you should just know that this is a type of scam that is called address poisoning. So the main or the way to avoid it is simple. Just try to double check and make sure that you are not dealing with an incorrect address. So it can be the last letter that will be different. It can be maybe a simple O that is being replaced with zero. So please, let's just take more caution. while interacting with any address or transaction we want to send out or send in to our wallet. So another thing is also fake token. I think that one is something that all of us might have heard about. So fake token is just simple. For example, we have this XRP project that is online. Then I mean that everyone have been talking about. Then a project will just come and create similar, the same contract, everything similar to XRP. Then they launch it on maybe like this DEX to here. This one is something we can actually check. Let me check. So, like for example, we can check on XRP. We can check on XRP here. So now you can see multiple XRP coming up. So the first one is the first project is a real project. This is a real project. This is a real project. But now let's check for the fake project. These are real projects based on the liquidity provided, because you can see that this is having 2.85 million liquidity. This is having $1.3 million liquidity. But let's check out for the fake project. If you scroll down, okay, I think on this particular project, on all these projects, they did not really create a lot of fake token on them. Let's check for let me check. Wait, there should be fake project on this XRP. I don't know if it is this guy that okay, I'm on. Let me check on BNB chain. BNB chain, they usually launch fake project on BNB chain more because it requires just lesser fee. All right, let me check on another project. Let me check on Rex, REX. Okay, so yeah, you can see what I'm talking about. So this is the original Rex project, having liquidity of $602,000, and these are the fake ones. You can see the fake one, zero liquidity, zero liquidity. I mean, yeah, zero liquidity. So these are fake, and you can see one that actually want to look like original one with $3,800 liquidity, zero liquidity. So these are how to detect fake token. They don't really have liquidity, and they tend to post like as if they are also the original project. So that is why it is good to double check on project smart contract as well. So before you interact with any project smart contract, try to double check and make sure that they are not performing any form of address poisoning on your wallet. So yeah, before we continue, let's still look at this fake token. Let's look at how we can avoid fake token. It is very, very simple, because number one is on this particular platform, if you want to identify a fake token, this is going to be the only one that might have updated their logo, and this is the original project. If the original project have updated their logo, there is no other project that will be able to have this logo on this particular DEX2 platform. So you can try to use that to check, because if you scroll down, you can see that all the other Rex tokens don't have the project logo. So that is one way to identify if a project is not a fake token. And another thing is also making sure that you don't follow any media news that is on maybe Twitter or anything. And also, do your own research is something we talk about every time, and we all know. So do more research and don't just rely on this alone, looking at the logo alone. Still do more research. Go to the project. You can go to see their information, verify them on CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, on Twitter, on Telegram. Make sure that it is the real project before you make any next move. It is very, very important. The next thing is also what we know as botting. Botting is like it's very simple. It's very simple. Botting makes sure that it works in a way. Botting is what I'm talking about. Botting, like how do scammer use bot to to gain access or to take control of our wallet. It is simple. What the scammer is going to do is to do it in such a way that the scammer can come to this our community, this our SafuLane community, and drop a post that, oh, I've been trying to send out BNB from okay, let me use another token. I've been trying to send out USDT from my wallet, and I am unable to do that because I don't have a gas fee. So that is actually the kind of message the scammer is going to drop in the group. And then some people will be like, it is very easy now. You can easily do that. And the scammer will be like, if you can help me, send me a DM. Then you feel like, since the scammer is not, he is the one that needs help, not you. You feel like, well, let me help him. You enter the DM, and the scammer tell you that I will give you my 12-word phrase, and you feel like, wow, this person is actually new to crypto. Then you proceed with the discussion. The scammer drop you their 12-word phrase or private key. Then you import it to your wallet. Everything works, and you actually see the dollar in the wallet. Then you feel like, okay, this is a legit person. Then the next thing that happens is the scammer will be like, okay, can you help me to transfer out my funds? Then you feel like that is very simple. Then you transfer BNB into this, into that particular wallet, because you feel like you and the scammer, you already have control of the wallet, and you feel like you are helping him because the scammer might have promised you that if you are able to send out the money, you can share it based on a percentage, or I don't know. So that is just like button. Then immediately you send money into the wallet, it transfer out immediately. Then the scammer tell you to continue sending funds into the wallet just for you to be able to transfer the USDT that is in the wallet. So button happens like that, whereby scammer continue to drain you of your own money unknowing to you, because you feel like you are trying to help the scammer transfer out the funds from his wallet. So now, one thing is, for such things, for such type of scam, you have to take extra measure not to speak with anyone you don't know, not to render your help in a way that it is going too extreme, because it is already going too extreme when the scammer is giving you their phrase and they are trying to help, because you thinking about it logically, no one will actually give you your his or her phrase. So when that is happening, you have to be extra careful. It might be a button scam. And yeah, that is mostly some of scams that happen. It is most common scams in DeFi. So yeah, before we proceed, I would like to ask if we have anyone that is having any question for us before we move on. We've spoken about a lot of different scams happening here and there. So let's move to I'll try to stop here so that we can manage our time and we can quickly organize our class section plus giveaway. But so far so good. I think we've been able to grab some things when it comes to scams and popular scams and how we can avoid some of these scams. So if you have anything for us, you can do well by unmuting your mic and maybe ask your questions, or you want to share your experience. Maybe you've been scammed in some of these ways. You want to share your experience on it, please try to unmute your mic, and you can also drop us or contribute to this. Otherwise, we will just try to move to our question and answer section, whereby, okay, start bossy, please go ahead. Thank you so much.
Good evening, Crypto Kaba, and good evening to all SAFUU OGs. Thank you very much for this brilliant awareness. In fact, this is one of the best lectures on how to take our security so very, very important. I have a question, but before I ask my question, I'm a victim of Roku project. And how did it happen to me? There is a particular token I bought one time. It's been long, so I don't even remember the name again. Immediately I bought the token. After like 1 hour, I just decided to okay that fine. This token is not really doing well. I wanted to go and sell it in my on my wallet. I was not hearing you don't have enough you don't have enough there is no enough liquidity. I was like, what is going on? When I now went to the token and check, I see that the liquidity has been removed. So, but when I noticed that liquidity has been removed, I noticed that fuck, what exactly is going on? So what I just want to say the essence is that what you have really shared with us tonight is very, very important for all SAFUOGs to take note of it. It's very, very important. Until today, that is how I lost my funds on that token. So that is just that about that. And my question is, can I go ahead with the question?
Go ahead with the question. And
Yeah.
really, I mean, we are so sorry to hear about, I mean, the loss that was encountered on, your first, I don't know. I mean, that was a really bad one. But yeah, continue with your question. Thank you.
Yeah. My question is, you make mention of malicious airdrops. So my question is, how do we identify malicious airdrops? Or you said something like the way to identify is we check and double check. How do we check it? Like, how do we double check if a particular airdrop has been approved? First question, how do we identify malicious airdrop? And the second one, how do we check if a particular airdrop has been approved? Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much, Star Bossy. If I get it clearly, the question is about how do we avoid malicious airdrop? How do we identify malicious airdrop? I don't know if I'm right with it.
Yeah, you said something about we should be the other way of we getting scammed is malicious airdrops, in which airdrops are very, very common. People just okay, there is a particular airdrop, this and that. So how do we identify malicious airdrop? Number one. And the second is, how do we check? You said something like, for us to avoid going into malicious airdrop, that we need to check and double check if that airdrop has been approved. So I'm now asking, how do we check if a particular airdrop has been approved? And how do we identify malicious airdrop?
All right. Thank you so much. So now, it is of two ways because now we need to avoid it, and also, I mean, we need to identify it. So when we can identify it, we can avoid it. So now I don't really have a presentation I can do on that, but I will try to explain if I mean, if I can, I will try to explain it as much as possible as I can. So as I understand it as well. So malicious airdrop is very, very hard to identify. Why? Because most of their smart contracts are not approved. So now, these are the key points or the key notes to check. If you notice that a smart contract of an airdrop is not approved, I would rather prefer that you avoid the airdrop because they might have included some hidden features in the smart contract, which might be dangerous. And if the projects, if they if they have not verified the smart contract and the project owners are not coming online to speak with people, they are not doxed, then it is even more dangerous. I feel like you should avoid it completely because it doesn't really worth the amount you want to earn from the airdrop itself. It doesn't worth it losing all your funds to them if they are to be a scammer. So just avoid it. Number one, check the smart contract. It is easy. Let me try to present my screen again to show you how to go about this. I'm going to show you. There is a particular airdrop. I know that every one of us have heard of it. What's the name, self? This popular airdrop that people were shouting about on Twitter, which was giving people $1,000 or so. I don't know if you know the name. If anyone is on the call that knows the name, it's keep my mind right now.
Arkham, like something like that.
Not even Akam, because I think I did not follow up with Akam. I followed up with this particular one, and from onstart, I knew it was a scam.
Which one is that? Is it
Uh,
that streaming network or which one? Don't.
no. This airdrop, it was this airdrop that was giving people about 1,000. They were
Uh,
promising people 1,000.
Hello, it was one sniper, this thing, say sniper token or something.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah. Token sniper. Token
Yes,
sniper token.
even me, I participated. They gave me one. I think gave me $8,000 or something.
That was just like a vibe token, you know. It
Yes,
was just a
actually,
vibe.
it was give a lot of people pay up, and all those and some influencers were like pushing. So everybody, those was giving everybody opium, sha. And later,
So actually,
the whole thing is
the
pushing.
token, yeah, it's because assuming we analyze it together here, we would have actually noticed a lot of red flags. Like the token came with a lot of red flags, which it is very, very easy to have just checked. I'm trying to look at their smart contract. I think they later verified their smart contracts. Okay. This is not the smart contracts. Okay, but let me just use this as an example. Like, for example, there is an NFT airdrop going on a particular project. Then, if you can check their smart contract, copy the smart contract, then come here. If you notice that the smart contract is not verified like it is here, then it shows that they might have some hidden code which can be malicious to our wallet address. And this means, Emily, I'll have to mute you. Sorry. Okay, thank you for that. Okay, so if you come here, it is very easy because when you check on contracts, you can come here to see what are the privileges that the owner of the contract has. When you click on write contracts, you can see those privileges. Let me click on this. This is just like a random example. All right, right now. So the owner of the contract can burn on any, it can burn any amount. The owner of the address can mint. And once you see this, run away from any project that has mint function. Yeah, run away from any project that has a mint function. This should be like maybe this is a pure scam token. There is no need of going too far on checking what this project has to offer. For it to have mint and there's something like synchronize, then I don't know. It depends on the owner of the project, but we can actually see that nothing is going on it. So because no one will actually invest on this type of project. Okay, so look at it. NFT contract can also be checked this way. Copy the contract, paste it there. If it is not verified, you can actually identify that it might contain some malicious code that can actually harm your wallet or your transactions. So once when we were talking about malicious airdrop, they happen like this. You don't really need to participate. They are going to airdrop it. You can open your wallet and notice that you found an airdrop that you did not mint in your wallet. They can send it to your wallet automatically. This happens mostly on Solana projects. You will see a Solana airdrop telling you that it is $500 worth, and you feel like, let me sell it, and that is where the problem occurs. You've gotten the airdrop, and you see, there is this description that will be on the airdrop. Airdrop are always, it can be in NFTs or it can be in token. If it is in token, it is going to have value. And the next thing is you want to exchange this airdrop to real money. And that is where the problem is. There are a lot of airdrop of such. All these token like Meta Wars, blah, blah, blah. They used to have value in our wallet. But since you've heard this, do not or never attempt to interact with this token because it can contain codes smart contract codes that can be malicious either by number one, having access to your wallet, either by trying to do something else when you are approving. Because when you are approving means that you are giving access to a smart contract to do a particular activity, to perform a particular activity on your wallet. This is possible because, the smart contract does not have your phrase, they don't have your private key, but there is permission to spend your token on your behalf. There is permission to tell a smart contract to sell a token on your behalf. And this can only happen if you approve that particular transaction. Going back to Starbucks' question, based on my own level of understanding, I feel like the way you can try to identify a malicious airdrop is copying the smart contract, then see if it is verified. After that, go into the project itself. Look at who are the people talking about the project. Like, for example, this Toki Sniper, I was like, this is a project that is too true to have that particular airdrop. Why? They have not been talking to their investors. They promised to have a Twitter space. They cancelled it. So it shows that they don't want to reveal their identity. And you are claiming that you want to give people that huge amount. So it is as simple as that. Other projects might have done it in the past and it was successful, but this is the current state of cryptocurrency, and we need to take our security measure important. So exactly, like Shelby is saying, they have 1 trillion supply. Actually, that is not the problem, but they could have gained more trust if they have spoken with their investors, tell them that this is what we have in our contract, this is how it is working. It is as simple as that. You can let your investor know how you want to make money on a project. If they are fine with it, it's cool. And if they are not fine with it, it is cool as well. So it is more or less like what the main purpose of cryptocurrency is about. It is about decentralization and transparency. But greediness is making people to not make it decentralized again and not to be transparent to investors. Look at any project that have survived in the past. Talking about BNB, PancakeSwap, every of these developer, every person, every owner of this project, they came out, they spoke with people. People know that these are the people behind it, and that is transparency. And talking about decentralization, you have to also back it up. So if these things are missing, then it is also always a red flag. That is why they know that okay, people might not reason too deeply about it, and because of the urgency to make money, let's just tell them that we are doing the gem place. And the gem place is actually, is another name for scam in crypto. If we are not yet familiar with it, it is just another name for scam in crypto. If we are talking about the gem place, then we are talking about who is the smartest of all, who can outsmart every other person. Then we come into a project, you put your money into it, some people lose, and the truth is that larger number of people are going to lose, while little number or small numbers of people are going to win. So it is more or less like we have to take extreme precautions in all these things. You can go into the gameplay and win, but this is after you have done quite big and I can't even say that your research is enough, because you can't know what is next in all the gem plays. So because you can't really read the mind of the project owner or the developer. So it is because they will never come out to speak with you. And if they speak with you, it is actually just any marketer they have paid to speak on the project. So yeah, in this crypto space, we have to take extra precautions. And yeah, I don't want to really waste our time on that. Starbucks, please, is it enough to answer your question before
Yes,
we?
More than enough. More than enough. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. So, please, do we have any other question before we proceed? Otherwise, we can just go to our question and answer. We are not that much, so we can quickly drop all our answers and pick a winner from there. So, I want to know before we proceed, please. Are we good to go? All right. So we don't really have any question. I'm dropping the question. I mean, any person with any question. So I'm dropping that in our group. Yeah. So it is a question coming in. I mean, that is required to have two answers. Yeah, we need to answer for it. So I'm dropping it. Number one is, what is the difference between dusting and botting scams? And also states the way to avoid dusting and botting scam. So yeah, that is the question we have for tonight. So let's see who is the fastest person to give us the right answer to it and the most correct answer to it as well. So that is all about what we have on our question and answer giveaway tonight. Let's see who is the fastest and most correct to give us an answer to the question. All right. I wish everyone best of luck. We have about 3 minutes. Yeah, 3 minutes, because we are about 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So let's give ourselves 3 minutes or maybe 4 minutes. Yeah. So immediately it is 11:10. We'll stop accepting the answers. So quickly type your answers and drop it for us. Okay, so I'm gonna mute my mic for a while just to prepare a song for any of our winner for tonight's class section plus giveaway. All right, we are expecting answers to be dropping by now. The first question: what is the difference between dusting and botting scams? How do we avoid dusting and botting scams? Okay, I can see everyone typing Starbossy and Shelby. I'm gonna be ending the recording of our. Okay, let me allow us celebrate the winner. We just have everything uploaded on our YouTube page, and yeah, we can all celebrate together. All right, we've gotten an answer from Shelby. We are expecting more people to drop their answers for us. So yeah, I mean, just drop it and let's be fast with it. I can see Didi typing for us as well. So let's have it. Let's have it. Let's have it. All right. Thank you so much, Starbossy. I think Didi is typing. Who else are we waiting for? Who else are we waiting for? I can see the answers dropping in. We have Shelby, we have Starbossy. Any other person dropping their answers? I see Didi typing on before. So it's not, I mean, you can just give us a simple answer in a simple sentence, and yeah. All right. Do we okay? David is also dropping something for us. So we have David, Didi, and I don't know if Emily is dropping anything on this. Please let's just be fast so that we can pick our winner. Yeah, we are all waiting for ourselves. Cool. Like everyone is dropping. I mean, but you know, the thing is, just state the difference between the two, and also give us just one single method to avoid the two. That I mean, just state. I mean, give us one method each to avoid the two. So, just for us to know that we've catch up with what we've been discussing so far. Okay. So David is still typing. I don't know about DD because we should be closing this soon, but we want to ask, I mean, allow all of us to have good entry on this. Okay, good. So let's continue to see how the answers are being dropped. Don't forget, we pick the most correct, and fastest person to drop the answer. So let's be fast with it. Yeah. Right. We are just waiting for everyone who are typing to, quickly wrap it up. Yeah, good. So DD, are you dropping anything for us, or we close this in the next 1 or 2 minutes? I see DD typing before. I don't know if it's still dropping. If you have anything to drop, just drop it now. We are going to be closing this in the next 1 or 2 minutes. Yeah, just drop anything you have for us. Drop it now. Okay, so I think we can pick DD is still typing, Starbucks is still typing. All right, we'll be closing this. Anything you have to drop, just drop it. We need to close this right now. So anything you have to drop it fast. Let's quickly pick on who our winner for tonight class section is, and let's do our giveaway how we do it every night. Yeah. Okay, so Starbucks is still typing, Didi is still typing. Is this a network problem or what? Okay. Please, let's wrap it up. All right, good. Anyone not dropping? That will be the end of accepting answers for the question that we have dropped in the group. You can still do well to drop your answers. It doesn't really matter. We can still look at it and see the angle or aspect you are coming from. So far, we have Shelby dropping for us. Dustin scam is a malicious airdrop. That's good because that is what Dustin is all about. Botting is a method which scammer use to drain funds from our wallet. So that is also the actual meaning of what botting is. So the difference is, okay, you've stated the definition. Well, let's take it as difference. So we can avoid dusting by checking our transaction before approving. So yeah, that is a good one too. Checking smart contracts and also checking smart. Yeah, that is good. We can avoid botting by knowing when to stop to interact with stranger online, yeah, and also not to be greedy. So that is the reply from Shelby. That is a good one, to be honest. So let's go to Starbossy. Starbossy, dusting and malicious airdrop. Very correct. They are full of virus. Thank you so much. Ways to avoid dusting scam. you need to check if the contract address is verified or not. Yes, you are right as well. Yes, you are right, but you are not telling us the difference between the two, and you only focus on one. We have dusting and button, but thank you for attempting. And David, dust are using airdrop as I don't get that. Button use fake unverified address. I don't get that. How to avoid is to check that is good as well and other relevant information. But I think the explanation is not right. So I mean, Starbucks, drop a comment for us again. Button a fake wallet address. Yes, but they are button usually. I mean, it is a way whereby the scammer it is a way whereby the scammer leaves their funds in their own personal wallet. They are now expecting you to send in gas fee into that particular wallet. The scammer will actually give you access to the wallet and expect you to send gas fee into it in order to have helped them to remove a particular token. So that is dusting. That is botting. Why dusting is they are coming in form of malicious airdrops that will be in our wallet, which the scammer is waiting for us to interact on them. And talking of what Starbucks have said, botting and fake wallet addresses, they are usually similar to real addresses. That is also no. That is not it. Botting are not fake wallet addresses. So yeah, so far so good. I think who is very close to getting the correct answer is Shelby, but not that close. But he has given us something that we can pick to be the most correct answer for tonight. So congratulations to Shelby, and the way we used to do it, you know what we do and what is next to do. So drop us your address, and yeah, we are going to be giving you your reward. And also to every participant, we are playing this music for you to know that everyone have tried to have contributed and to have participated in tonight's class, which is very educative enough for us to have learned some important things that we might not have come across before. So let's celebrate with Shelby tonight. So this music is for Shelby. Let's go. Let's have it.
To be the best, number one, and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I waited patiently. I have vision, though I believe. I can count on me to stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up. For the champions,
All right, everyone is a champion. Thank you so much, everyone who have participated in tonight's class section, in tonight's question and answer giveaway section as well. This is a recorded class section, which we are going to make sure it is available on our YouTube page. So if you missed any of the topic we've spoken about, try to just watch these on our YouTube page. So at this point, we've actually spent a lot of hours, and to everyone, David, Emily, every person, every SAFUU OGs, I can see new people joining us, Michael, Katie, everyone. We actually appreciate everyone that are always coming here to turn up and hear what we are to discuss. Starbucks, thank you for your question as well and your participation in tonight's class section plus giveaway. So, but just to clarify a lot of things, I'm going to be dropping a note to give us an answer on the difference between dusting and botting, and also to state the way we can avoid this scam. This is very important so that we know what it is all about when a scammer is about to approach us, and we know how to defend ourselves in such similar situation. Learning never ends. And like I used to say, scammers are much more hardworking than we are. So let's take and do our best to always keep ourselves safe in the crypto space, and also make sure that just what Shelby asked. Yes, of course. We'll drop in the correct answer to any of our questions that have been asked, so that we all know the right thing and the correct thing to do anytime we are in similar position. We don't pray we get scammed, but we need to be safe. So shout out to everyone once again. We are going to be wrapping it up here. Do well to go to our YouTube page, subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you get notified immediately we drop some of our videos. We'll be dropping some. We are just delaying some of these videos because we need to edit some of them. So please do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And one thing again is we have our new Telegram channel, SafuLane. Please go and join the channel. This is where we're going to be dropping trade signals starting from next week. We won't be dropping it in our private group, but only on our trade channel. So please, on our Telegram channel, this is where we're dropping trade signal. We want to separate trading from the classes we are holding, so that if you know you have qualified to trade, then focus on our Telegram channel to pick up on any trade. But if you know you are here to learn, please be in this group. Let's learn together before you upgrade yourself to our Telegram channel. Everything is free here. We are not charging anyone for any information we are dropping, and this is just to shout out to anyone that have been helping us to build this community, and everyone that is here with us. Shout out to everyone. You guys are the best. So, and that is why we call everyone SAFUU OG. So please do well. Let's meet tomorrow again on our hands-on practical. If you have any questions to ask, let it be tomorrow. We are going to have a practical together on it. So enjoy your day and have a wonderful night. I'll be dropping it here. Thank you so much.